We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Getting, yeah, I got that. I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it. Got last on my list and you next. Pop up, go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long. I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo. What you mean? Woo. And now I'm just a. So what you mean? Woo. Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo. Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood'll be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go fall for bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lid. I thought you gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap gods like Klops and Olga. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bad gon' get. What you mean?
Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to give me. I still wish it would, I still wish I'm well, yeah. Put my problems in them. Only check up when the checks come. My pockets looking blessed up. All the talking never stressed us. They talking like they jealous of me. They talking like they never love me. They talking like they next door. I still treat them like so. Showers on the way. I've been working 25 hours every day. Pull up with the bands, have them dancing in the rain. Pull up with the bands, left him dancing in the rain. Yo. Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got look like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to get me. I still wish it would, I still wish I'm well, yeah. Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got look like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to get me. I still wish it would, I still wish I'm well, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Chargers going up against the Bills.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Let's round!
From the gun, here's Watson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Carry for Brandon Oliver. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Watson. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Watson on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. Able to push his way through. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here's Watson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. As they run the counter play. Spins away. And here a juke. And now running right through it. And he's brought down after a good gain. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. Carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. He's going to launch this thing. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw on second is Watson. Allen has it, left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Let's go!
Throwing on third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out come the Bills. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, it's McCoy. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Ohio, let's go!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tom Hackett now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. And now running right through it. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And here come the Bills. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Taylor. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Here's Taylor to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Tom Hackett now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Let's go!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Matthew. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Nifty footwork at the 45. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Joey Bosa able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So Larry, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. They juked him, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A handoff as they run the counter play. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Over the middle here to Brown. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Denzel Perryman able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. On second down, Taylor. It's complete to Chris Conley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 41-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. As they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Oh, design run for their wideout. Room here to run. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow His defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
Let's go!
Taylor will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And McCoy loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. These two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chargers getting set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get...
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Watson now on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Third and long, it's Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. They find some open field here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On first down, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Matthews. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Caught here by Conley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. A handoff as they run the counter play. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
On first down, it's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll be knocked down sideways around the 37. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Fresh set of downs here. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a two-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A very solid gain of 27. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another playoff. And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
That'll do it for us for